Putin will invade Ukraine unless something happens. I'm going to expand on that in just a minute. But first of all, I have to say that I conducted a poll on Telegram and Twitter, and I asked you guys whether you think that Russia will invade Ukraine. And the majority of you said that yes, it's inevitable, which is surprising because I thought that most people would say that no, it's just a game. Uh, but yeah, I do believe that Russia does plan to invade Ukraine. It's not a game, it's real. And also, some people were saying, hey, Hanania, why do you talk about Russia? Why do you talk about Ukraine? It's none of your business. You are an Israeli. See the Israeli flag behind me? It's my niche, but actually, what's happening in Russia, in Ukraine, is the business of all of us. And let me explain why. First of all, Russia is the biggest country in the world. Google this. Russia is the biggest country in the world. So Russia doesn't need a fraction of Ukraine. Russia doesn't need a piece of Ukraine. What Russia does need is all of Ukraine and all of the surrounding satellite countries. Because what Putin wants to do is to basically revive the idea of the Soviet Union and establish Soviet Union 2.0, if you will. Now, the thing is that whatever is happening in between the Russians and the Ukrainians is something that's very important because China is watching, Iran is watching, North Korea is watching to see how Biden is going to react, how Europe is going to react to the fact that Putin put a lot of military on the border with Ukraine, because they did see how Biden failed Afghanistan and how Biden left stranded, Americans stranded in Kabul. So Putin is basically testing the weaknesses of Biden to see if Biden will allow him to basically do whatever he wants, or will it stop him. Now, there were those people that were saying that, hey, I'm an American, I say no to war with Russia. And look, I agree with the ideology that Russia could actually be a good friend of the United States if several things looked different. But currently they don't. The thing is that Russia is the one that's provoking war in against Ukraine, not the United States, not Europe. Biden's sent, as of now, more troops to Poland. There are going to be about 10,000 US troops in Poland on the ground to be ready to assist Ukraine in case of war. UK is involved, Germany is involved. So many countries are calling to evacuate their citizens, their staffers, embassies from Ukraine. It's already happening. Everything is happening. Ukraine is basically on the verge of war with Russia. And now keep in mind that while we're talking, China, Iran, and Russia are building a military coalition. Now, the reason that they do that is because they want to poke the West. Frankly, they are not so happy that the West is leading, headed by the United States. They want to lead the world. They want to take over. So it's a war of dominance. And this is affecting all of us. Me in Israel, you, wherever you are. It's going to affect all of us. Because if Russia gets away with invading Ukraine, if we don't stand up to this, if you don't call in your leaders to take action, it's going to be the beginning of the end. Because this is going to affect your future, your security, and frankly, we can't let that happen. So basically, this is what's happening right now. I believe that Putin did decide to invade Ukraine because he has his own political reasons that he's gaining from this, besides the NATO agreement and stuff. Ukraine, you have to understand that Ukraine symbolizes peace. Ukraine symbolizes the people, the West, basically. So if Russia invades Ukraine, Russia invades the West. Russia invades your neighborhood, your home, and it cannot be allowed to do that. So as of now, the West, headed by the United States, is there to assist Ukraine, but as of now, things look very bad. I believe that if Russia will get away with this will be a very, very bad end for many countries. And keep in mind, there are silent countries that are watching to see how the West, how Biden is going to react. North Korea, Iran, China. We don't need leaders that take the appeasement approach. The world needs leaders that are not politically correct, that are not afraid of criticism, that want to do the right thing. Because let's be honest, everybody knows that Putin is dangerous. Everybody knows that he's dangerous, but few are those that actually are willing to say this on camera and actually take action. So I pray that we will see peace, that Russia will not invade Ukraine. It really depends on how the West is going to react. And us on social media, us with prayers. The Ukrainian people are amazing people. They do deserve your prayers, our prayers, and our support. So I will keep you guys posted. And thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel to stay connected. And join me on Telegram. I'm going to be posting a lot more news there, news-related stuff. So don't miss out on that. Thank you.